Hello, baseball fans. Hope everybody's doing awesome. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do so. Really grateful for everybody who supports me at the beginning here before we have any bells and whistles, microphones, or green screens. Thank you again, and please subscribe. So today's a bit of a different vlog. I thought we could talk about the Boston Red Sox and what is going on there. What do I mean? Well, most analysts suspect that Boston's going to have a losing season, probably not going to get over 72 wins, and that they are going through some sort of soft or mediocre rebuild. But what's really scary about the Boston Red Sox is they are going through all this and they still have a budget of $200 million almost. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because if this was a different type of team like the Minnesota Twins, Chicago White Sox, or even my Toronto Blue Jays, going through a rebuild, having your team so low and a budget of $200 million could almost derail an entire franchise. Now, to be fair to Boston, they've had some troubles. They've had a lot of injuries. But let's look at these numbers in payroll here. They're paying Nathan Eovaldi $17 million, Martinez just over 19, Bogarts $20 million, and Chris Sale $30 million next year, totaling $86 million. And Chris Sale, what are they going to do with him? He's coming back from injury. They're going to probably take their time. We're not going to see him till after the All-Star break. But when I say what are they going to do about Chris Sale, I'm talking about his performance before he was injured. His ERA was sky high, his control was all over the place, and his velocity was way down. And they have a huge contract to pay out for him. And this is why I say the Jays need to stay away from Trevor Bauer. I see some comparisons there. If Trevor Bauer ends up having some of his bad years where he's over 4.50 on his ERA and eating up $30 million of the Jays' budget, that's a problem. Additionally, some other numbers for you to chew on if you're a Boston fan: 40. And what do I mean by 40? That's their top prospect in Major League Baseball in the top 100. In fact, they only have 3. And number 40 is Jeter Downs. So if they are going through some sort of rebuild, their farm system just stinks. In fact, it's rated somewhere between 22 to 25, so in the bottom 20%. So Boston really needs to make some moves, make some trades to get that depth in, but more importantly, slash some payroll. But slash payroll differently, because here's some other numbers to chew on. They are paying David Price $16 million to pitch elsewhere. Plus, they have almost $5 million scattered around through other players who are now playing with other teams. That's right. On top of that, they got over $5 million in deferred salaries, including $2 million to Dustin Pedroia and $2 million to Manny Ramirez. That's right, Manny Ramirez is still getting a Boston Red Sox paycheck. How scary is that? And if you total all of that together, it's $25 million almost, exactly what the Jays are paying for George Springer. And that brings me down to my original point here. And that's why I'm grateful the Jays shy away from these large contracts over $200 million. Because I guarantee you, if we were paying somebody like David Price $16 million to play elsewhere, or $30 million for an injured pitcher, or a pitcher who has an ERA over 4.50, the Blue Jays probably wouldn't be able to sign George Springer, and it would be impossible for us to get somebody like Marcus Semien. And as I close up here, to be fair, the Blue Jays have gone down this road before. We just paid over $30 million, or close to $30 million, for Tulowitzki to sit at home for 2 seasons, and we don't want to go through that again. So I say congrats to the Jays front office for not exceeding these huge contracts, not burying us, and giving us an opportunity to be really competitive right now. If you're a Boston fan, really scary time. Hopefully after the All-Star break, maybe you can find a suitor for Chris Sale, unload that $30 million and that huge contract, go through a proper rebuild, and then maybe 4 or 5 years from now, when the Jays are slowly starting to slow down, you'll see Boston rev up. Let me know what you think about this vlog, though. A little bit interesting, a little bit different than what we usually do. Leave your comments below. What do you feel about big, huge contracts? Are you a fan of them? Do you still want to see Trevor Bauer in a Blue Jays uniform? And what do you think about the Red Sox next year? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think they'll have a winning season? Are they a sleeper to make the playoffs even? I don't know. More importantly, I hope everybody stays safe out there. We'll talk soon. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and take care. Bye now.